aside the issues and find out what is going on and bring you, the listeners, you, the football fans, the news and the accurate news. Now, Clinton, at Charlton Athletic, they've come and gone. The Belgian owner, Roland Duchâtelet, a controversial figure, has come and gone. In came Matt Southall, Tanun Niemer. Where are they now? Messrs Barclay and Varney were involved, but they allegedly then pulled out. Paul Elliott, a wealthy businessman, is around the scenes, but is he still involved? One man who wants to get involved and says he is the real deal is the Danish-American businessman Thomas Sandgaard. And I'm delighted to say, Thomas Sandgaard, welcome to the show. How are you?
Yeah, good morning, Jim. I'm doing great. How are you doing?
We're doing great. Of course, we're into our afternoon here, Thomas. You very kindly have got up early for us. You're over on the American West Coast. How are you today? Good?
I'm doing well. Just got my cup of coffee, so I'm good to go.
Good to hear.
Thomas, we're delighted you've joined us because, and I knew you would. I can say this, late last night, Thomas and I were in conversation, and Thomas, you very kindly said, call me at 12:30, I won't let you down. But more importantly, I will not let the Talksport listeners down or the Charlton fans. Thomas, how real is your interest in acquiring Charlton Athletic?
Oh, it's very real, and to be honest, negotiating is going very smoothly. All the parties that are involved have shown a very clear interest in making it happen. So we're putting it all together. I think within a few days we'll have the structure of a deal to make this happen. So I'm very excited. It's only taken a few weeks to get to this point.
As a matter of interest, who are you talking to? Who is the current owner?
Well, the current owner, as we learned from the decision from the EFL, is obviously Tanun Niemer.
Niemer, right? He's in Abu Dhabi, right?
That's right. And when his part owner, Matt Southall, that's where it really sits. And obviously, for the stadium, for the training grounds, we're dealing with Roland Duchâtelet from Belgium, and that is fortunately also progressing well. So I'm very optimistic.
You see, Thomas, I like how you talk, doesn't he, Natalie? You were like this last night with me. You're quite on the record. You're quite open about it. Bring me up to date with this. I spoke to Duchâtelet earlier on in the week. He was a bit cagey about it, Thomas, but confirm to us, Duchâtelet owns the stadium and he owns the training ground, right?
That's right, yeah.
So you're in conversations with him because you've got to buy them off him, haven't you?
Well, that's my ultimate goal, is to make sure that all these three key parts are under the same roof. So the club, the stadium, and the training grounds. The training grounds is absolutely beautiful. When I was out there a couple of weeks ago, I saw that this is like training grounds like Arsenal, Tottenham level. It's absolutely beautiful and massive. Stadium's beautiful too, and would be great. Well, hopefully we're done with COVID soon, so we can pack that stadium. But ideally, I get all these three elements under the same roof. But I'm so determined to buy the club that even if there's an arrangement that maybe over a 10 or 20 year period makes it possible to play football at the Valley, that's how we're going to do it.
So no matter what, you're going to find a way, in other words, Thomas. Natalie's coming in a second, but can I pin you in figures? Does Duchâtelet want 50 million for the stadium and the training ground?
We're still talking numbers, but I'm sure we're going to find a way.
Thomas, I just wanted to ask you, as Jim said at the beginning, we've talked a lot about clubs who have been in a similar position to Charlton. Some, like Bury, unfortunately no longer exist. But we were optimistic at one stage with Charlton and Tanun Niemer in particular. But that obviously hasn't worked out. Why are you interested in buying Charlton? What is in it for you? What are you trying to get out of it? Because I'm sure Charlton fans, desperate as they are to get a new owner, they want the right owner in charge.
Well, what I see with Charlton is that there's a foundation that is just amazing. And the more I get to know about it as I'm going through this process here, I see it even more and more. Obviously, we all know about the fan base. It's probably one of the most supportive fan bases in all of England. But the structure is there. You already have have a team. You have good coaches. You have everything in place. Of course, you have the properties that we're now negotiating about, but there's also the academy. I've been very impressed with how well that is running. There's a women's team. There's the whole community support, which is something that's also very dear to me. I do quite a bit of that here in the United States. And the only thing that's really, you call a problem, is on the boardroom and on the ownership level. Despite I'm sure it's been fairly well meant, but it just hasn't worked, and that's something I'm not worried about. It's something I'm comfortable with dealing with. So hopefully we can get all that straightened out in just a matter of days, worst case weeks, and we'll be on with it. Hopefully before the season starts.
There's still a few obstacles, if you like, behind the scenes, are there not, Thomas? I mean, Tanun Niemer's lawyers agreed not to sell for 2 weeks, I believe. Did they not do that in a court document?
Right. That is not a problem. We still have a structure of a deal in place when it comes to that. And so I'm not worried about that part. And we're slowly getting all the other pieces together. So honestly, I'm not worried about that. That'll take care of itself. And it's not the only club that's or leading up to a sale have had injunctions like that against them. I mean, you've seen big clubs, even Liverpool has been through that exact same process. Legally, so yeah, I don't see that.
Thomas, Roland de Châtelet, very, very wealthy man. Thomas Sandgaard, very, very wealthy man. I was over in Brussels, and de Châtelet looked me in the eye, Thomas, and he said to me, do you know what? Because of the amount of work that I've got and because of all my business obligations, Charlton is just a tiny part of my life. For the fans, it is their lives. Now, you must... Yeah. Surely you get that you have to show the Charlton fans that Charlton Athletic Football Club would become a massive part of what you do.
Absolutely. Yeah, I run a medical device company called Synex here in the United States. And things are working so well here. I have a great executive team, great management, and supervisors throughout the entire organization. Currently, I'm down to working 2 days a week, and probably be less in the future. So I would definitely have the time to spend with Charlton. But I'll put it this way: there's no urgency as long as we make sure that we maintain staff, etc. And maybe put a few key people in place. I expect it's something that can run by itself. But I definitely have the time to put into it.
Yeah, in other words, you're not going to be an absent owner, Thomas. You're going to be there. You would be at the Valley.
Yeah, I'm going to be dying to get in on the practicing, even during the games.
Yeah,
I tell you that. But obviously the first year or two, it's all about dropping an anger and just staying there for a little bit. I'm sure we can do just fine in League One because the structure, everything is there, so we might even get promoted early on. But it's a year or two of just creating stability, not just for the team and for the staff, but also for the fans.
So Thomas, you've had lengthy dialogue and communication with the EFL. You know, your interest is very much logged with them, if you like.
Yeah, my attorneys are taking care of that, so I would probably need an update from them to tell you where we're at. But we started the process, yes.
So, Thomas, you've assured Charlton fans that you will spend time at the club. What about resources? I know you've mentioned already, maybe 1 or 2 years of stability, but long term, the resources financially that you have to give to Charlton, if you like, that is in place. That they can be rest assured that financially they will be set up.
Absolutely, I'm in a good position in my life after having built a successful business in the U.S. I'm in a good position to be able to do that, and there's absolutely nothing that's going to hold me back, other than obviously the financial fair play rules that got tightened a little here recently. That's what's going to hold us back from.
And this is And this for you is a long-term project. It's not just a quick thing that, you're hoping to make a quick buck or two out of them. You're in this for the long haul.
That's right. Let's put a big round number on it. Let's call it 100 years.
Oh, I like that, Thomas.
100 years. My God, I'll be 165.
I hope we after the stability, I hope we can do a Leicester again, where we can blow everybody's mind and get to play some European football. But that'll take a while.
Charlton fans
That'll be something, yeah. Charlton fans will love that. Thomas, let's keep our feet in the ground for 2 final questions. It's my understanding, the shares, the shares are owned by the businessman Paul Elliott. So no matter what, you've got to buy them from him. Is that right?
I believe that is not the case, but I'm sure there's some legal expert that can.
Understood.
Sort that out.
And the man in charge of the team and the squad is Lee Boyer, who, of course, you know all about him. Would it be your intention, if you got the reins of the club, to keep him in place?
Absolutely. I mean, considering the things he'd had to deal with and the circumstances, he's actually done an amazing job.
Clinton Morrison's with us here in London, and Clinton's giving that the thumbs up, because Clinton, you can tell, Thomas, you're a big fan of Lee's, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm a massive fan of Lee Bowyer. I think he'd have a lot of clubs even higher up in the Championship looking at him, and I think he's done an amazing job at Charlton. But I like Thomas. I might come out of retirement and see if he can sign me, because his
Don't
ideas,
listen to him, Thomas.
His ideas look brilliant, Jim. I think Charlton fans listening this afternoon will be really excited about what Thomas, and we just hope the deal can get over the line.
So Thomas, let's finish on this then. What's your best guess? When would you hope to be the new official owner of Charlton?
Any day before the season starts would be a good day for me. You get to the season start, then things get a little tricky. But even if that in a worst case scenario happens, I'm willing to go all the way. We got to make this happen.
Thomas, amazing. You do know every Charlton fan in the land has been listening to you live, and they are hoping and praying, maybe unlike others, that this man, Thomas Sandgaard, actually is a real deal. But you are?
I can guarantee people I'm the real deal. I actually get, I'm being contacted from all over the planet, New Zealand, Canada, everywhere. It's not just in England and London that people are interested in what we can do here for the club. So I'm very excited by the response I've gotten from the fans. It's mind blowing.
Thomas, amazing. I know it's still very early over on the west coast of the US. Thank you for getting up. Is it back to bed now?
No, not at all. Now all the I'm getting used to working on these on English time zone now. And
exactly. There are negotiations to continue, Thomas.
See, people like Clinton and I would go back to bed, but you're too busy making money, Mr. Sandgaard, aren't you?
You're funny.
Thomas, I really appreciate it. You're a man of your word. You were there for us, and we appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Thomas Sandgaard, the man who wants to take over the reins at Charlton.